Earlier this week, I reviewed Land of Venn by Imagine Studios, which is a new game education which teaches students the difference between stylizing and math and geometric shapes. I decided to take this to the next level and do it as part of my November Tech Smash to Lego classroom. So I'm going to explain in this tutorial what you can do to Tech Smash with Lego. How Tech Smashing the Lego classroom in Land of Venn works really simple. The teacher sets up a Lego set where one of the vegetables is in the mid-center and then positions Legos in different forms that could be the bookenders. What students can do using any type of whiteboard app from Explain Everything to Sketch, the students then have to create what the pattern would be to actually destroy the bookenders and see if they get the correct answer. Another way teachers can is when they also set up the attack on the magical water with the bookenders. What happens is when the students complete the actual lesson of what the polygon shape is, they also can create an equation through it the students have to do. In this case, it would be Pythagorean theorem, which of course is a, b, c, or of course a square plus b square equals c square. The students would have to recreate it and solve the answer and record on a screencast or on a whiteboard and then send it in as an assignment through either Google Classroom, email, or just doing a regular presentation. It's a nice different way to actually set up the Legos with Land of Venn characters. And you can even go another step further. Instead of doing the corresponding numbers, is actually have the Lego counts be those numbers. In this case, this would be 2, this would be 4, so 6, and this would be 10. And this could end up being C. Or this one right here, which is 9, could end up being B, which means then students would have to, of course, find A to solve the equation. This is a good way to show their work. They also can use other forms such as Google Draw, EduCreations, and more mobile and desktop platforms to complete this lesson. Another final way that students could do is have them turn this lesson and have them teach themselves. They set up the board themselves, explain how the bookenders are going, what patterns they would use to destroy the bookenders if this was a real game of Land of Venn, and then create an equation or actually flip-flop it and use it to export to other apps such as Stick Around or Google Apps for Education or EduCreations or even Sketch and make a full lesson plan that they can then deliver as review for fellow students or for the teacher to use when they get to the Land of Venn and math lesson reviews. Another way is to record a type of version of the Zen Master, which is the snail with the googly eyes. You can use an online desktop like Blabber Eyes or one like DuckDuckMoose's Chatterpix. What I do is I created a Lego version of the Zen Master, dressed him up, recorded the voices for him in the accent, and then of course exported it finally to my camera roll, for which then I could import into another app to actually create his googly eyes. And in this case, I used Explain Everything's rotation ability. Once I get into Explain Everything, I make up the eyes using the drawing and shape program in Explain Everything. One of the great new features as in Explain Everything, the most recent update, is the ability to actually rotate certain objects. I did this when I had to create a robot for my own version of BrainPOP. What I do is once I select the items, which are the eyes of the professor, I then select the rotation speed and ways I want to adjust it. So then that way, once I am finished doing his googly eyes, I can then resave it to the camera roll. From there, I go on to create a Google presentation in my Google Drive or Classroom. What I do here is I have uploaded the video to a private network on my YouTube that is shared to my students. I then create the set of answers in a Google slideshow where that way I can insert the different questions as well as the shapes and objects for the question that the snail will answer for the students. From there, I just have them go on through either Google Classroom or through a direct link to select and use and find out if they get the correct answer or not.
Greetings, young master. It is time to go over to your review. Which of these two answers is the longest distance between 2 points? Is it a straight line? Straight line! Oh my goodness, that is the right answer! You are doing great, young one!
This is a great way for students to review for math lessons they learned through Land of Venn or work on various other new projects. They also can go straight here using this kind of version for another one, such as Kahoot for classroom instruction, or create their own Google Slide and test their fellow classmates. This is a few examples of how you can text match the Lego Classroom with Land of Venn. I have more suggestions if you like to on my Twitter feed at Ryan7Reed, or look for other upcoming lessons on Legos that you can also incorporate into your own text smashing with maybe Land of Venn or other games on my blog at Taking Your Classroom to the Next Level. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and gives you some ideas of how you can use this exciting new game education game to further your students and teach them math and text smash the classroom.